Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, February 20th, 2018. Let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. In the immortal words of the great Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the ceiling is the roof. And don't you feel like that quote pretty much sums up the Dennis Wolf saga as we wind down the stretch to this year's Arnold? After being out for almost 3 full seasons following spinal fusion surgery, the Big Bad Wolf is now only days away from making what he hopes will be his triumphant return to the stage that played host to the biggest win of his professional career back in 2014. With everything that he's done in his career, you want to give Wolf the benefit of the doubt when it comes to being able to rely on those alien genetics of his to bounce back and do what seems like the impossible. But then again, Father Time catches up with all of us eventually. And considering the fact that he'll be turning 40 this year, you can't help but think that maybe the days of the Big Bad Wolf huffing and puffing his way all the way to the Olympia stage may now be a thing of the past. Speaking of former Arnold Classic winners, this week the 212 world got a surprise when the 2017 Arnold 212 champ Ahmad Ashkanani showed his first signs of life here in the new year. New shoulder training video surfaced of the number 2 ranked 212 athlete on the planet right now, cranking some solid delt day action out, where he was looking as huge and as scary as usual. When you sit back and think about it, the run that this guy has had since exploding onto the scene when he won his pro card at the 2016 Arnold Amateur in Australia might be unprecedented, because pretty much since day one, he stepped in and become the number 1 title contender in the division. But now that it looks like we might have another serious challenger on the horizon in Hadi Choopan, it'll be interesting to see if that doesn't ignite a new spark that helps him take his game up another notch or two. You know what the weird thing about winning is? Even though sometimes it can take you a while to dial into that frequency, once you've been there a time or two, getting back to it always seems a whole lot easier. Now that she's coming off the best season of her pro career and heading into her first ever Arnold Classic, it looks like veteran bikini pro Jessica Renee is trying to dial up that old winning frequency again. This week we were able to get our hands on some new updates from our sources inside the Renee camp, who tell us that she's on track to deliver her best overall look to date. Last year we saw Renee really hit her stride when she put it all together to win the Chicago Pro in pretty spectacular fashion. So if an upgraded version of that can make its way to the stage in Columbus, Ohio, she should be looking to make a legitimate push to earn herself a top 6 finish. According to the Chinese calendar, 2018 is supposed to be the year of the dog. But I'm starting to think on the men's physique calendar, we might be about to enter the year of the Ondrej, based on some of the stuff I've been seeing lately from rising star Ondrej Kmostak. After closing out his 2017 campaign with a huge win at the Arnold Europe, Kmostak looks like he's starting to pick up steam again now that the contest season is finally here. For the second straight year, Kmostak and his team have put together an off-season program that's about as close to perfect as you can get. And if that big win last season was a premonition of what's on the horizon, he could end up being the division's breakout star in 2018. The older you get, the more you start to realize that growth isn't just a physical process. It's a mental, physical, and spiritual thing that feeds the person we're all destined to become. And during his short time on this planet, I'm not sure if there's been a human being alive who understands the growth process more than the iconic 6-time Olympia champ, Dorian Yates. Lately, we've seen a very happy and healthy-looking Dorian releasing some training clips that put a few of the new physical growth processes he's made on display. When you look at how Dorian and Arnold's of the world have made the transition into this incredible post-bodybuilding career, hopefully it makes some of you athletes out there wake up, pay attention, and understand that there's more to life than chicken breast and plastic trophies. If you ever want to feel truly fulfilled from doing this thing that we all do, then you better make sure that you understand what this entire growth process is really about. Because until you can learn to do that, I can promise you that you will never truly find peace or happiness in your life, no matter how many wins or applause or likes or retweets that you get. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.